my friends. It is now Leo season. Leo is fixed fire in the zodiac, symbolized by the lion, the courageous lion, who takes this bright and vibrant energy from the sun and does not look back from it. It's radiating positivity, joy, and love into what you do, despite what anyone else might tell you is right for you. So, what is it that brings your heart the most joy? What do you need to be leaning into more right now? And as I was shuffling before beginning this reading, the moon card showed up. And we just wrapped up Cancer season not very long ago at all. So there's still lingering emotions from that Cancer energy within us. And I'm having like a lot of throat clearing going on just as I speak. But I received a message I needed to speak today, so I'm doing it. Anyway, I don't know about for you, but at least on my end, it's been very emotionally heavy and challenging in ways that have truly tested me in what I'm capable of emotionally, along with my strength. And I'm not talking pure physical strength, I'm talking more mental and emotional strength, along with perseverance and not giving up on what I really want. Perhaps you're moving through something similar, but I would invite you to write out how you really feel, even if it's just for 5 minutes a day, just to get all of your thoughts out onto paper. Of course, you can do it in other ways or through other mediums, but just writing everything out, pen to paper, is useful in ways that other tools may not be. And I'm not saying that any particular tool is not useful by any means. I would invite you to just be quiet enough to hear what your intuition is sharing with you, what your higher self is telling you, and not just be like, oh, that doesn't matter, I'm gonna just ignore it, it's not important, I'm focused on this right now. We have to get out of that hustle culture mindset and tune more into our body, how we feel emotionally, like the moon card portrays. Going more inward and spending a little bit less time outward. And just finding a balance between reflecting inward versus sharing outward too. Because the moon rules our emotions. So, me being a Sagittarius moon, I value positivity. Try to see the bright side of everything, the hidden meanings, what's important, questioning why for anything and everything. And just really leaning into all of these areas, all of these tools, self-knowledge systems I have learned about throughout my spiritual journey, especially in the last 10 plus years. However, despite how challenging all that has been, I wouldn't trade anything. every person, every challenge, every part of a spiritual journey has led me to where I am. And I am a person who believes you are shown something through different people and experiences until you learn your lesson. And I feel like I am moving through a similar situation. But just know with this Leo energy that you owe it to yourself to advocate, to speak up, and especially fight for justice when you are not being treated fairly. Because if you don't, how would you live with yourself would be my thing. Being autistic, we have a very strong sense of justice, which is often misinterpreted and misunderstood. But when we know something is not correct for us, we will fight until justice is served, quote, in court or outside of whatever the situation is. But now is time to find a balance of reflecting inward, getting your thoughts and feelings out, and then sharing outward. But then also remembering not to lean into consuming so much all of the time too. Because if you do, then what is your purpose? You have to be authentic in who you are, whatever that looks and feels like for you, and you have to fiercely own your authenticity, as Leo teaches us to. Be the fierce lion or lioness and don't look back and be like, I got this. Be courageous. Do what scares you. Remember also that fear is a lie. It stands for something that I can't remember, but you owe it to yourself to let go of your fear, which is a lie, and to fully embrace your authentic self. Which Leo energy and its lighter or healthier side, because every zodiac sign has a high and a low side energetically. But if you lean into the high side of Leo, that energy will carry you in your creative expression. So, with that being said, we'll get into the messages of what these cards have to say. So, thank you, Spirit, Angels, Spirit Guides, for sharing the messages that need to be shared today, and for being here, shedding light on anything that needs attention drawn to it, so that we can move forward in embracing our authentic divine nature. Like I said, the Moon card came up. So you see there is a white and there's a light and a darker wolf here. So this is a beautiful symbolization of honoring your inner duality of the yin and yang, because without the yin there is no yang, without the yang there is no yin, right? And the moon is shining big and bright here, as a sign for you to release any emotions that are holding you back, and to also listen to your intuition, which leads you to where you need to go and what you need to do. But remember, to create more harmony, there needs to be a duality within everything. It's the light and the dark, the divine masculine and feminine. There's yin and yang within the elements of nature alone. So, like, rain is feminine or yin energy, and the sun is masculine or yang. We need both to coexist. Just as you need your emotional inner world to coexist with your outer world. We have the Ace of Discs, which in the 5D or the quantum realm, discs are material energy, monetary, not always monetary, but something of value. And something of value, like an offer, is on the horizon here. You see the hand like offering this beautiful, what appears to be a sapphire like gem. So even with everything you are moving through right now, don't close yourself off to what will come of you doing what you need to do and reflecting and doing your deep inner work that we all need to be doing. But then also know that you don't have to solely focus on healing all the time, every moment. Everything needs balance. Food, exercise, sleep, all these self-care things. Nothing in excess. Because if we have an excess of anything, something else is going to be imbalanced within. Yes. So, a new offer could be a new monetary offer. So, this is your sign to honor what you're doing. If it feels right for you, keep doing it. If it doesn't, simply shift your narrative towards something that does feel aligned for you. We have the Hierophant showing up as well. So this is Taurus energy greeting you. Let's see. This is authority. This is also power and peace. I've never paid close enough attention, but there are two like ethereal beings here in the background. That's also like, be careful what others may be saying around you and not to believe everything that you're told, because there can be some sneaky behavior going on and within at least one person surrounding you, or someone at school or work or family, whatever. Just be mindful of the behaviors and attitudes around you. Don't take everything at face value. Have the discernment to be like, is this my energy or is this someone else's? So if we don't practice using discernment, we're going to get caught up in everything. We have to focus on energetically cleansing our own energetic body and field so that we can positively share and radiate out into the collective. We have to ground our energy first before we go out and carry forth our mission. Whatever your mission looks and feels like, we have to ground our energy before we can go out and fulfill our own mission. That means spending time in nature, walking, being around different elements like water, earth, air, fire. A balance of all of those is important to feel more calm and centered within. That means allowing more time to get ready for the day, to not always be in a rush, to maybe prepare things for your next work day the night before rather than trying to gather everything in the morning and rushing around and potentially forgetting one or more things. That means really being quiet with yourself to tune in to how you're feeling and just noticing what comes up and journaling your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Letting go of any hesitation you're feeling and just being okay with what is, finding peace in what is, and how you can bring more peace and harmony to you. Something needs to shift with that energy. There's a time clock as well. So three of swords, this could mean like 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. Something is clearly pressing. Something that's emotional. That's why the moon showed up too. So these all kind of relate together. So this 3 of Swords is like this shattering emotional thing that you're moving through. Maybe it's delayed emotional processing through an experience you're trying to figure out. But then you have a sneaky energy around at least somebody that you need to be mindful of. You have to speak your truth regardless of what others may see or perceive of it. You have to speak your truth regardless of what others may think or perceive of it. Do not let anybody push you around any longer. It is time to speak up for what is right for you, for what you deserve. If somebody has wronged you numerous times, it is time to fight and not look back. Whoever that message is for, please connect with it and act accordingly. However, don't rush into any decision when you're in a more emotional state. Ride that emotional wave, and then once you're more calm and centered, process what you need to do to move forward. Because we have to get rid of this energy that is holding you back. We are meant to be courageous and stand up for what is right, to advocate for our needs, our neurodivergent needs, if you have them. letting go of the people pleasing bullshit and shining your radiant self, standing up for what you know is correct and fighting what is not. We need to rid ourselves of manipulative behavior within ourselves and help rid of it in others. But also know that we cannot change anyone. We can't inspire or encourage someone to shift their behavior, but we can never force anyone to. As much as that hurts, it is the truth. So, do whatever you have to do so that justice is served, if that pertains to you. It may simply be sharing your voice and how you feel, and then releasing whoever is not serving you. Because clearly, there is a time clock here with this situation. And if you don't act accordingly and diligently, I don't know what may come of it. I can't foresee or depict your situation, but this is for somebody. So, then again, there is an offer on the horizon. Could be monetary or someone offering something that could serve you more for your highest good. So I know it sucks and it's hard to move through any situation like this, but you have to speak your mind clearly, articulately, and you owe it to yourself to fight, to not give up, to not let anybody else, quote, win or think that they won when you know something is wrong. Okay? Don't lose that fiery Leo radiance that we all have, because wherever Leo lives within your natal chart, whatever house Leo is in for you, that is the area you feel Leo energy the deepest. So I invite you to be curious and see what house and planets you have Leo within. And even if you don't have any Leo placements, you still hold that Leo energy within you. It just may look and feel a bit different, or maybe Leo energy is not as challenging for you too. Like a quote, an empty house is not necessarily a negative concept. You just may have more ease within that house and that energy. So, like if you have an empty 12th house, for example, you could have more of an easier time with transformation, deep transformation, and just embracing what comes. Just as an example. But this is, like I said, honoring your emotions, being quiet enough to really tune into what your higher self and intuition are speaking to you about. And remember, there is that offer, monetary, something shiny and new that could really help carry you forward coming. But then before that offer comes, you have to keep in mind of this authoritative energy showing up, this Taurus energy, and the sneaky behavior or things that are being said when you're not around, or maybe even when you are around, or both. To just be mindful. Is this my energy? Is this someone else's? What do I need to do to shift it? And then the time clock, the Three of Swords, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. There's no telling exactly, but just write out the emotions that you are feeling. Remain quiet enough to hear the wisdom and the messages. Journal at least like 5 minutes a day. I don't care when you do it, but I would encourage you to do it 5 minutes a day, a night, whenever feels right for you. Let your emotions out to pen and paper. It helps you get your thoughts out and can bring up some things you weren't really paying much attention to as well. It's a very healing, can be very cathartic to do. Something that sounds so simple can be so powerful. So nothing has to look or be more complicated. You can simplify the things and what you say and what you do. And that's going to look different each day, but that's the beauty of it. Leo doesn't look back. Leo shines forward and radiates the warmth of the sun in what they do and what they say. So release the lower energies of Leo, which can look like having too much attention placed on you, maybe the wrong kind of attention, or you become too self-absorbed, like in an unhealthy way within someone or something. Just notice and feel what you do and release any judgment or preconceived notions that you may have. Let them be. Shine your beautiful, fiery, radiant self into your work, and it will resonate with at least one other person because that energy is felt. And just remember that you owe it to yourself to never give up on what you truly desire, not what anyone else wants for you. You have to truly desire it. Because if you don't, how would that feel for you? You're never guaranteed tomorrow, so make the most of today. Have a beautiful Leo season, my friends. Namaste.